A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, The Twin Flame Union. In this channeling session, I would be speaking for all those people who are in the twin flame journey, but they don't know yet who is their divine masculine or who is their divine feminine. Or they really don't know who is this twin flame, this person. And they have constantly been feeling that if someone comes in their life, it could be the twin flame, but after a few days it doesn't turn out to be. They could have also been in some very toxic relationships which went on for a very long time, and those toxic relationships led them to do inner work, and somehow while doing research work or while trying to find out what has happened in their life, they landed up on the twin flame information. They even started listening to the channelings, they started doing inner work because they felt a resonance with inner work, and a lot of them actually felt a big shift, a big change in their lifestyles, in their emotional feelings. A lot of things they started seeing more clearly after doing inner work. So they felt that the twin flame journey is actually doing good for them. But then they look at other people and they feel that okay, everyone has a twin flame, or they have met someone who they think could be the twin flame, but for me that's not the case. Or when they try to calculate or they try to understand some kind of intense relationship, they feel that it turns out to be more false, or it is tilting towards more of being a false twin relationship than being a real divine masculine or a divine feminine. So this particular channeling is specially for those people. Okay, if you have already met your twin flame, if you feel you know who your DM or DF is, then it's fine, then maybe you can listen to some other channeling. But if you are not sure, also one more thing I can say here, that some of the people, when they started the twin flame inner work, or they started doing the ascension work more seriously, they were doing it little bit before, but in the long separation or something happened when they decided to be solo, or they decided that first I will heal all my wounds, first I will become a better individual, first I will figure out what's happening to me since so long, then only I will look for love. I'm not in a hurry to look for love. But such people genuinely love the ascension journey. They have realized that they have gained so much that it's beyond description. They have come a long way from who they were 2 years back, 3 years back, 5 years back, 6 years back, or whenever they found out about the twin flame journey. They feel that they are a twin flame. That much they are very sure that yes, they are also a twin flame and they do have a divine counterpart, but they don't know yet who that person is. So the message is for them that don't worry, keep doing your inner work, keep doing your ascension work, and keep working on enhancing your lifestyle, enhancing your personality. And when the right time comes, when the right divine timing comes, you will definitely attract that person who should be your final partner in this life. Or you reach to a point where you become an asexual person, or sex does not matter to you. That would be or should be the last thing on your mind. You don't care about casual hookups or casual dating scenes or time pass or just exploring. You just feel that you are ready for commitment, but it's not like you're desperate for commitment. You would only commit to a person when you feel that this person is worthy for you, and that person also is a true person who, if they make a word, if they give a commitment, then they will make sure that they live by that commitment for the rest of their lives. That type of lover, that type of life partner you need. You also should go for a person who is equally interested in doing mission work and spiritual ascension work. Otherwise you will fall back into the same trap of getting back with or getting back to type of person who is either a narcissistic person or a total false twin. So false twins, they in the beginning they always come across as extremely empathetic, very kind, and most importantly spiritual. But the more time you spend with them, you realize that they are very toxic, very selfish, and most importantly they are sexually driven. This is what they are looking for most of the times. So a person can hug you, kiss you, hold you, love you in many ways. Intercourse is not the only way you show your love to someone. In fact, that should be the last way you show your love to anyone. But the narcs need it, because this is how they get energy from other people. So you have to be very careful if you get into a relationship initially thinking that the partner is very spiritual, not at all worldly, not materialistic, but still a good provider, responsible, and they want to work with you, they want to do inner work. If they get triggered by you, they are not going to start blaming you, fighting or shouting at you. And you would also be the same responsible person. It's not like you want the other person to do inner work, the other person should understand, the other person should be patient, the other person should not disrespect you, but you on a daily basis disrespect other people, you on a daily basis have loads of expectations, you're very money minded, you're very greedy for money, you're very lust oriented, you're very materialistic. So in this journey, I have noticed personally, there are certain people who are very good in inner work, or for some time they become very honest and pure, but after a few months they get back into the same trap, the same pattern, the bad habits, the negative energies. They themselves become very ungrateful, very negative, so they lack gratitude. Because of the lack of gratitude, they fall back into the toxicity or being toxic with other people. They do not see that other people are also making efforts for them. They only want other people to do everything, but they don't want to do anything. They want the healing also to happen on its own without making any efforts. So without exercising, you can't, be fit, right? Without eating good food, you can't be healthy. Without working, without trying to be independent, you can't really be independent. So that's the case with these people also. So once you heal, once you work on yourself, once you figure out that life is not just supposed to be this way that it has been for so many years, but you can shift your timelines, you can do a lot of grounding work. And another thing which is very important is that you should not be outcome oriented. There are a lot of people who are in the twin flame journey, and the reason why they become impatient and angry and negative and bitter is because they got into the ascension journey hoping to get a 3D union, to get married to someone, or they were looking for certain type of outcome with certain type of person. When they spend some time doing the ascension work and they don't receive or they don't see the same outcome, not only obviously they'll become negative because they will not be open to the other good things that are happening to them, the other major shifts of energy that they are receiving. They'll constantly be feeling low because the outcome they want has not been received yet. So be very careful. You can check your own self also, just in case you are also ending up like that. Now some people, let me tell you, those who haven't met your twin flame but you're still very committed to do your inner work, let me tell you, anything can happen. The twin flame journey is designed in such a way that anything can happen. Those who haven't met their twin but they are doing inner work just like that because they want to be amazing, because they want to be godly, because they want to become a higher version. They are doing it only because they want to do it and they don't have any expectation. Such people also end up attracting their twin flame sometimes faster than the people who have been in this journey for longer. And sometimes when they meet the twin, everything is clear to both of them. It's not like they have to make an effort and tell each other that this is how we'll do this is how we'll do that. It will just happen out of the blue and they won't even get to know. So just be patient, and I'm not telling this to you so that you think that this is now your next outcome. I'm just telling you what I have witnessed, what I have observed while working with so many people. So just focus on your inner work. If you are one of those twins, all the very best to you, and Another thing is that keep measuring your progress, and if you fall down into any bad habits, any lazy routines, any procrastinations, any type of thing that you feel that it's pulling you down, just have a talk with your masters or have a talk with yourself. Try to journal it out. There are many tools and techniques by which you can try to figure out that what exactly is causing this type of behavior pattern to come back in my life again and again. So this is also something you need to heal. On this note, I will close this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.